He's back and just won't go away. A new terror tape this morning that they say is from you-know-who. In the new audio tape, the voice claiming to be from Osama bin Laden, taking credit for that Christmas Day airline bombing attempt over Detroit, saying it was a message like that of 9/11. This, as his son claims bin Laden has won the war on terror. Hello, everyone. I'm Eric Shawn, and welcome to America's News Headquarters.
I'm Jamie Colby. Good morning. Great to have you here. The voice on this tape is also vowing that there will be more attacks against the U.S. Caroline Shively is following these latest developments from Washington. Caroline, first, the tape says that al-Qaeda is behind the Christmas Day bombing attempt. Can you tell us more?
Sure. It's an interesting claim by bin Laden. Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, a franchise basically of Al-Qaeda, they're based in Yemen. They actually claimed responsibility 2 days after the attack. The bomber suspect himself allegedly told police that he was trained in Yemen and told to get on that plane. But this message makes it seem like bin Laden is trying to show that he's in charge of Al-Qaeda worldwide. The thinking has been that the different branches are now operating on their own while bin Laden is holed up in a cave somewhere along the Afghan-Pakistan border. Here's the reason bin Laden gives for the attack.
It is unfair that you enjoy a safe life while our brothers in Gaza suffer greatly. Therefore, with God's will, our attacks on you will continue as long as you continue to support Israel.
Bin Laden also says, quote, if it was possible to carry our messages to you by words, we wouldn't have to carry them to you by planes. Jamie?
All right, so possibly he's claiming a closer connection to that group, Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. Interesting. What do U.S. officials say about this?
Well, this morning on Fox News Sunday, White House Press Secretary Robert Gibbs said it is too early to tell if the tape is authentic, but it's important to note there's never been a fake UBL tape out there. He called bin Laden a cowardly murderer and terrorist. On CNN this morning, White House advisor David Axelrod said the message contains the same hollow justification for the mass slaughter of innocents, Jamie.
I know, Caroline, you have some more information, too, on the Christmas Day bombing suspect about when he was taken into custody. What have we learned?
This is interesting. A report just breaking this morning coming from the Associated Press says Abdul Muttalib was read his Miranda rights after just 50 minutes after the FBI began interrogating him. The reports are one FBI team talked to him for nearly an hour without advising him of his rights, including the right to remain silent. They don't have to in a case where they're trying to stop a threat to public safety. There were plenty of questions at the time, like were there other bombers on planes at that moment ready to blow them up? Now, that's the AP timeline, that 50 minutes. The White House and the administration certainly haven't confirmed that timeline to us, but Chris Wallace on Fox News Sunday pressed Gibbs on this, asking, did they not think they could have gotten more valuable information out of him if they hadn't Mirandized him? Gibbs replied that interrogators thought they had gotten all they could out of him. Jamie?
Very interesting. Caroline Shively, live in D.C. Caroline, thanks.
You know, soon it will be 9 years since that day we will always remember, 9/11. And we continue to hear from bin Laden, but he eludes capture. His son, Omar, boasts in an interview in Rolling Stone magazine just out that his father has, in his words, won the war on terror and is worth more to America alive than dead. Is that true? And why won't Afghan or Pakistani forces finally nab him? Former United States ambassador to the United Nations and Fox News contributor and author of the book Surrender is Not an Option, John Bolton joins us as he does every Sunday at this time. Good morning, Ambassador.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
So why can't we nab him?
Well, the speed with which this tape has come out after the Christmas Day terrorist attack, I think, is indicative that he is accessible. I mean, once assuming the tape is authenticated, as I think people believe it will be. So what that says is that we certainly can do better than we have in tracking him down, and I think it should remain a very high priority for President Obama to find him, whether he's in Afghanistan or Pakistan or wherever he may be.
Well, I mean, it's pretty astounding. He has access to Al Jazeera. I mean, repeated tapes through the years. This one, as you say, just a few weeks from the Christmas Day bombing. It seems almost incredulous that he's still out there and that our allies have not been able to get him, if not us.
Well, I think certainly we ought to have yet another word with the rulers of Qatar to see if they can't find a way to persuade Al Jazeera, which they own, to tell them a little bit about some of these sources, because that would be a step in tracking Osama bin Laden down.
But that's a great point. Can I stop you on that point? Qatar, the rulers, own Al Jazeera, and yet they're getting these tapes.
Yeah, I know it's a sensitive subject in the media about law enforcement interrogations and so on, but it's pretty clear Al Jazeera thinks it has reliable contacts with somebody who's actually delivering tapes of the real Osama bin Laden. It might be interesting to know who they talk to.
Yeah, why don't they just follow him? When he drops the tape off at the message center, or however they get it, just follow the guy back.
Yeah, and I'm sure the CIA and the FBI would have a lot of tips for how to go about this if we could get more cooperation. I do think it underlines, though, the importance of continuing military activities in that border area between Afghanistan and Pakistan to continue to wear down the al-Qaeda leadership and hopefully either apprehend or kill them.
Now, what's pretty remarkable is that bin Laden's one of his sons, Omar, has an interview in Rolling Stone magazine. They say it was in a strip club in Damascus. I mean, I don't know if that's a place for an interview, but that's where Omar spoke to the Rolling Stone magazine writer. And Omar bin Laden says his father won the war on terror. He says he doesn't think there'll be more attacks, that his father is worth more to America alive than dead. What do you think about those type of remarks?
Well, if in fact Osama bin Laden's son was interviewed in a strip joint in Damascus, that marks him as something of a prodigal, I would think. I wasn't aware there were many strip clubs in Damascus, but I think I think what this shows is an increasing level of confidence that al-Qaeda and the terrorists can act without fear of retribution. And I think that level of confidence that they are displaying, and that this tape, again, if authenticated, displays, shows that the threat of terrorism is not only not diminishing, but a year into the Obama administration, I think we should be more concerned, as the Christmas Day attack demonstrates.
You know, his son says that he doesn't think his father will attack again, but of course you can't put any stock in that. He also says, finally, Ambassador, that his father is a, quote, lost man who lives in his own mad world. Sadly and tragically, Osama bin Laden has put us in his own mad world through what he's done all these years.
Well, maybe the son doesn't listen to Al Jazeera, so there could be some communication problem within the family there.
All right, Ambassador John Bolton, we thank you so much with this latest tape, and clearly we'll do some investigating on those strip clubs in Damascus. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.